Hello, Mario! In this video 50 Roading Details 1, we're going to start now extracting the information from the 12D stuff that we've done. Now that we've decided on our roading details and determined our design surface, we need to get the various details so that we can then extract them to CAD, and then from there we can draw up our various roading plans and get our information there. So let's go to the full screen situation, and this is pretty much here our final thing. You can see that these strings out here are a little bit erratic, and they'll need a little bit of time, a little bit of tidying up. At this stage we don't need any contours or anything. I'm just going to work with the roading, and I've decided that I'll just probably work through the bulk sort of roading. So I'll be looking through the alignments here and then move on to the long sections and cross sections. And then I believe that I'll come back for the actual details. So we're going to have some details around the two intersections here and the cul-de-sac head. Now, it's a big question is how we extract this data from 12D. And we have a couple of options, in the sense that we can actually extract the data and put it on the plan, but we can also generate reports as we go along. And this is very much dependent on your workplace and what their sort of culture is there as to how they do things. So it's pretty much unique to each workplace. There's no set way of doing this, but it is a pretty good habit to get into, is to keep a pretty tidy 12D environment, and so remove any layers and models and what have you that are meaningless, and keep things pretty clean. And it's also a fairly common practice to use the same sets of models and string names and things like that, because that saves time with some of the functions. So what I've done here is I've just got all of the strings in there, and the road alignments in there, and the roading strings, and I've just put the existing boundaries and what have you in there, although we won't be exporting that from 12D because it's already in our AutoCAD file. So what I'm going to try and do in the first instance is to just get some information out regarding the road and some details along that. So one of the things that we can do is we can go here to drafting and go to text and tables, and down here to tabulate alignment, super alignment. So this alignment, super alignment table. So these are all essentially little macros and things that have or functions that are there. So we can just click on that one there, which is just bring that I'll put it up there and give that a function name. And I don't know that I've got any function. Oh, I have. I've actually called it road 1 tab, but I'm actually road 1, well, I'll call it road 1 table, like that. Okay, so we bring that into here, and then the thing that we do is we select the thing. Now, it's important that you make sure that you've got the super alignment, so that's it there, accept. Okay, and that goes in there like that. Now the geometry mode, I'm going to go with the horizontal mode. That gives it quite a lot of detail. chainage interval 20 meters, start chainage 0, end chainage 999, number of decimal places 3. So that's in the general. And then in the table up here, the type of table is IPS TPS. The model for that is the text road 1 tab. And the location, that's just a matter of what you do there is just clip on there and then you select a location where you want your table. So just there and accept. It just gives some coordinates for where you want your table. Color, I'm going with white, and the text style, I'm just keeping it simple with Arial, and yeah, that's it. You'll notice that I might just get rid of that, and I'm just going to process it, and the table is being created. It's being created in the text road 1 tab, so I'll just turn that on, hopefully, text road 1 tab, and over here you'll see there's a table, and let's just have a look at the table, and there it is there, and it's got the IPs and the chainages, so the numbers there, easting, northing and level, and the bearings of there, and some information about the curve, 150 radius, the A length is 104.2 arc length, and the angle 40 degrees. So that's all that information there, done and dusted for that one there. So we could do that, obviously have a table for each of the 3 roads that we have, so that's not too difficult to generate, so I'll probably do that offline. Now the thing we want to do now, of course, is we want to just get a bit of labeling going on down through here, and so what we can do there is strings label, and I'm going with this chainages function here, and the function I'm going to go with this one here is I'm going to call that road, so I'll just call it road 1 label, or road 1 label. I've already got one label. I'll just call it centerline because it's the centerline string, and then I'll pick on the string to label, which will be, now we'll go with the string there rather than the super alignment. So I've got the string and the super alignment. My feeling is that I'll just restart. I'll just go with the string and accept that. Okay, so that's going to be there. Now the label mode is I'm just going to go all horizontal points at this stage there. Chainage interval, I'm going to go with 20. Okay, start chainage is 0, end chainage just 999, special chainages art to chord. So then we've got the labels, model for the labels. Well, I think we could probably just go in that. I think we've got road road 1 labels, so I'm just going to go with that. Textile info is going to be that one there. Chainages, I'm just really interested in chainages, and then we come with the marks here, the model for the marks. I'm going to go with I think I've already got one set up, road 1 marks there. Okay, and mode for the marks. Quite no model for the marks. That seems to be all it wanted. Road 1 marks. Don't know why that's all grayed out, but oh, there we go. Seems to be a bit better. Mode for the marks is, I'm just going to go tick centered. Name for the marks, we don't need that. Size of the marks is 1. Color for the marks, again, I'll just go with white, I think. Okay, alright, so that seems to be everything there, and then we just go label, and let's see what's happened there. Doesn't seem to have been too much going on there. Plus, road 1, I thought I had them all. Road 1 marks seem to be there, and oh, there's the road 1 marks, but let's have a look back here at our road 1 marks, and our labels should be in road 1 labels. I don't know whether that is, no, it doesn't seem to be there. Okay, so we can just pop that down there. Road 1 labels, there we go. And if we zoom in there, we'll see that we've got all our labels. Now, I think that's pretty much all I want, really, just to number them like that. The only problem I've got here, I think, is we don't, oh yes, 235.0, yes, we've got, that all seems to be labelled, all good. So yeah, I'm pretty, that's that all done, and then I'll do the other labels, and we'll draw up a little plan. We'll extract that information through to AutoCAD, and that should be sufficient there. Obviously I won't need the thing there, so I'll just perhaps just well, I've got other ones to do, but yeah, we'll perhaps go through that extraction process or see what we've got, and import that all into AutoCAD, and then we'll start drawing up our roading details plan. So yeah, it's pretty easy. We've got all the information in there. It's now just a matter of extracting it out as quickly as we possibly can and efficiently as we possibly can. So yeah, we've got a little bit of work ahead of us now, but we've got the major aspects of the roading design done, and once we get this all tabulated, then we can start to look at the services, the manholes and the water services, and yeah, some details around cul-de-sac heads and things, and we should be good to go. Nice little set of plans. Cheers, see you.